welcome to Would I Lie to You, Regent University Edition, the show that's all about the truths and the lies. My name is Hannah Bagley, and I'll be your host for tonight. On Team 1, we have here all the way from the Regent Village, the beloved host of Regent's What Are You Doing? Please welcome Jonathan Overton.
Thanks,
Joined by him is Daniel Missantone, by popular demand, also known as Tony. He is Olivia Rodrigo's #1 fan and recently climbed out of the friend zone. Please welcome Daniel Missantone.
Thank you very much. I'm proud to be here.
On Team 2, we have Audrey Houser, a chronic DoorDash addict and an avid collector of free t-shirts, broken sunglasses, and secretly in a relationship with Daniel Campbell, who has yet to find out. Please welcome Audrey Houser.
Thank you, Hannah.
She is joined by YouTuber, entrepreneur, tryhard, and a helpless little worm. Please welcome Daniel Campbell.
Thank you so much for having me. I appreciate it.
For those of you who are new, the game is simple. Our panelists will flip the card in front of them. They do not know what is on the cards, and it is up to the opposing team to decipher if it is a true story about them or a creative lie. Jonathan, please flip your card.
Okay, here we go. Pressure's on. All right. I once caught a seagull on the beach because my friend bet me that I couldn't, and I carried it around for about an hour.
Why were you at the beach?
I was actually on my family vacation, so every September, my extended family used to go to Myrtle Beach, and we would stay in this big beach house, and they let us bring our friends, so my friend Clark came with me.
How old were you?
Probably 11? 11 or 12.
11 or 12.
I was in middle school for sure.
And you said who dared you to catch the seagull, was it?
My friend Clark.
Your friend Clark.
Yes.
Okay.
Clark Joyner, actually, last name.
Oh. And how long had you known Clark?
I've known Clark for a long time, so he grew up across the street from me, so probably since I was about 3 or 4 when I moved to that house.
What's Clark's biggest flaw?
Oh, do you want to know his biggest flaw? He flunked out of dental school. Oh. So,
That's pretty specific.
awkward.
Okay. Any questions for him?
I don't know. See, the thing is that I know you don't like snakes, and I know you don't like spiders. So I'm like, would Jonathan have?
What's the connection with birds?
Would you pick up a bird just because they flap around and they're chaotic?
True, but it's yeah. I mean, I don't know.
But who has a 12-year-old best friend named Clark?
That part does sound
Literally me.
familiar.
Real question.
Clark Joyner, his birthday is May 6th.
You could just pick any date. That doesn't...
It's literally true. That's his name. His first name's Lawson. His name's Lawson Clark Joyner.
It's worse.
It's
Poor child.
tell the truth.
Because I feel like I've actually heard about this friend before, but I've never heard this story, which makes you think it might be a lie.
Yeah, I think it's a lie.
Yeah, I also think it's a lie.
Do we get it? We're good? Can I hold this up?
Are you guys positive that's a lie? Do you have any other questions for,
No.
for Jonathan?
It's a lie.
Very
You're
confident.
not positive, is what you mean.
Yeah. That.
All right. So, Team 2, do you think that this is a truth or a lie? Your
It's a lie.
final answer.
I'm holding it
it's a
up.
lie.
I'm holding the sign up for the people out there. It's a lie.
Jonathan?
It is a lie.
Yes! Why are we
His
so
name
good
is
at this?
Lawson Clark Joyner. He did the prostitute for me, and he
That's the part I
is
don't
real.
believe,
He did flunk out of dental school. It's true.
All good
Who
lies are
doesn't
rooted
see
in
this?
truth.
That's really
That's
awesome.
true. Daniel. All right, Audrey, please flip your card.
Alrighty. I once ordered DoorDash that was delivered to the wrong door. When I found it, as I was picking it up, the person who lived there opened their door and thought I was stealing their roommate's order.
Interesting. All right, Team 1, what do you think about
Was
that?
this when you lived in the Commons or the Village?
This was in the Village.
So how long ago was this?
Maybe a month, 3 weeks, a month.
Yeah, so this is pretty recent.
This was pretty recent.
What did you DoorDash?
I'm sure it was Burger King.
Oh.
Was it delivered to your building and just the wrong door, or somebody else's building
No, it was not
entirely?
delivered to my building.
So how did you know where to get it from?
Because I actually messaged the Dasher because I saw that they were nowhere near my building, and I said, this is my building number, and they said, oh, well, you put this number down as your address, and I literally checked to make sure I hadn't, and I had not. I put down the right address. So I was like, oh no, I'm actually in this building. But at this point, they had already left. So I was like, oh, it's fine. I'll go find it myself. And it was 2 or 3 buildings over, on the inside of the quad behind me. So I was like, it's not a big deal. I'll just go pick it up. But of course, with my
Whose
luck,
room was it?
it was no one I know. It was a guy.
Yeah.
It was a male resident, so I do not know
With as much as Audrey DoorDashes, I've never heard of a problem with her DoorDash order
I also
before
feel
in the
like
village.
I'm trying to think where Audrey lives. If the quad behind her is a male building, so speaking from my residence life knowledge, I think it is. 'Cause
It is.
do I live in the quad behind you?
You technically, yeah, you do.
I'm not convinced.
You're on like the
but-
outside of it.
And you went to Burger King.
Yeah.
and
What
they
did
thought
you
were
order?
Stealing their roommate's order.
I always order like 2 cheeseburgers.
Yeah.
I need to nourish myself.
Yes, of course.
And she like doesn't get fries either, which is really concerning.
That's true.
I feel like it's true. No, I definitely. Well, I feel like she would have told us. She would have been like, guys, guess what happened?
That's true. That's true. I think it's a lie.
Do you think it's a lie?
I don't know.
I kind of. I'll go with that. I don't
Yeah.
really have any conviction either way.
Okay.
But,
Okay.
Yeah, but
All right, so you guys are leaning towards which answer?
towards her being a
A
big
liar.
liar.
A liar. Okay, are you confident you have no more clarifying questions? Do you have anything you'd like to
I mean,
add, Audrey?
was this the evening, the daytime?
This was at night.
Was it at night?
That makes sense.
And you were in your room,
I was in my room, yes.
not in Daniel's room?
Not in Daniel's room. I was in 5920.
I mean, if you feel a strong conviction towards lie, I can go with lie.
I don't feel a strong conviction towards true. I really think she would have told us the story by now.
Okay. All right.
All right. Okay, guys.
What's up?
Team 1, what do you think?
Lies.
It is a lie.
Yeah. Awesome.
Impressive.
Thank you.
Impressive
Thank you.
work.
Thank you very much.
All right. Okay. So now we are moving back to Team 1 to Daniel Missentone. Please read your question.
All right. So I almost died falling down a 50-foot waterfall trying to prank some friends.
I'm sorry, I have a hard
What's
time
the
taking
time?
that seriously.
What's the
like,
timestamp
at
on
all.
this?
The timestamp as in like when it happened?
Yeah.
It was my junior year of high school.
Okay. And where was this waterfall?
It was at a hiking location like an hour and a half from my house called North Fork of the Mormons.
Ooh, fancy.
And so there's like a big waterfall there at North Fork of the Mormons.
Yeah, the
50-foot waterfall.
I'm sorry,
Yeah.
could you say that again?
I can't
didn't
decide
catch
if
you the
North
first
Fork of the Mormons is like specific enough to be true or like too outlandish to be real.
So you said you were trying to impress your friends?
we're trying to prank my friends.
Oh, prank.
Yeah.
What was the prank part about
So
falling off of
the hike itself ends at like the bottom of a waterfall. So me and my friend thought it would be fun to see if we could get to the top using like an area around it. So we hiked up to the top and then we were gonna cross it and try and come down on the other side. And as we were crossing, we almost slipped and
That was a great
almost.
sound.
Thank you, thank you.
Wait, so you actually fell, right?
We almost fell.
Was that, oh, okay.
It was at the top of the
I thought
fall.
you said you actually fell.
No, almost fell at the top of the fall.
Okay, you
Of
almost
the falls.
fell.
Yes.
I mean, that's a little bit more reasonable. I thought he said that he fell. I was like, he'd be alive if he fell, so.
Who did you say was with you again?
Yeah, that's what I was gonna ask.
So there was only one person who went up to the top of the falls with me. That was just my friend Colin. And then there were like probably 5 or 6 people down at the bottom.
What is it with the C names?
It does sound like something you would do.
It does sound like something you would do. But did he actually do it?
The North Fork of the Mormons is really throwing me off.
Yeah, and Colin, not a real name.
Because if it was truth, I feel like you would try to dissuade us by not giving us specifics so that it would seem like a lie.
I think, what are you thinking?
No, what do you think? I don't know. I feel like
There's part
part of me that really thinks it's true.
of me that really thinks it's true too. But it could be because you guys have only gotten lies so far.
Yeah.
And we feel like there needs to be a truth. That could be also.
I don't know how I feel about that name of the waterfalls of the park.
Yeah.
But I feel like if he made it up, he would have stumbled over the delivery
I
a
don't
little
think he
more.
made it
That
up.
was very.
I don't think he made it up. I think he just like picked a random park or like hike nearby, near where he lives.
All right. Okay. So what do you guys think? What is your final answer?
What do you? I think it's true.
Let's go true.
Okay.
True. Yeah.
Hey.
Honestly, I've definitely heard that story.
Yeah.
Impressive.
Okay, sweet.
Impressive. All right. So now we are going to have Jonathan is going to read his next question. and we're going to see if
Daniel
this
not
team...
I got not get to go.
We're going to move back to Daniel first, and then we will go back to Jonathan. Apologies.
Hired you.
I will be taking
sorry.
to the social medias
I'm
after
sorry. Okay, so we're going to go to Daniel Campbell. Read your question, please.
I once ruined Thanksgiving for my entire family because of my Michael Jackson impression.
Oh, what do we think about that?
Okay, so what was the impression?
Could you do it for us right now, please?
It involves, well, obviously it involves the moonwalk.
Okay.
Can you moonwalk right now?
There's
I
room behind you.
literally, well, that's, okay. I literally can't, but. So it's like. I'm like,
That
not-
would ruin my Thanksgiving.
I'm not very good at it, so.
Why were you moonwalking? Was this in the United States? Was this in Brazil? Where were you?
So we don't celebrate Thanksgiving in Brazil.
Okay.
So it was in the U.S. So my family was like talking about like 80s music or whatever because they like have this 80s playlist. And so we were listening to it and then a Michael Jackson song came on. And I was like in one of my hyper moods because like Thanksgiving, you know, like the food and all that stuff. So I just like did the moonwalk and then I started saying some things and then like,
What
they
did
were like,
you say?
I don't really know if I feel comfortable saying things.
Yeah. So what year was this?
So this, this is like 2016.
Okay.
Yeah.
So how old were you?
So that would make me 14.
Oh, youngin.
Oh, baby.
That's the part that you can't get.
Yeah, I know.
This is the part we don't believe.
Okay, and how did your father Travis react to this?
Well, he did the thing where he was sitting on the couch and he was like, oh, my son.
Did you
was
sing
like,
any particular Michael Jackson
feel-
song?
No, Billie Jean, obviously.
Yeah.
But like,
Yeah.
how did it
Can
actually
you tell me the words to Billie
ruin?
Jean right now?
So, Billie Jean's not my love. She's just a girl who says I am the one.
Yeah, I mean that's right.
But the kid is not mine.
But how did this actually ruin the Thanksgiving, right?
Well, I think ruin is like a term that's like a bit exaggerated. Like they were kind of like
They're just
annoyed
like
by
slightly
me.
disappointed in you.
People would have really liked this.
Yeah.
I would have been very entertained.
Would Travis been entertained?
That's a great question. I'm not convinced that Travis would have had a good time. So I don't know. What do you think?
I'm not feeling a particular direction. I don't know.
I feel like it's probably true.
I feel like the ruin bit's a bit extreme, but if it's true, I trust you.
What's your final answer?
I mean, I'm just gonna go with true.
It's a lie.
That did sound very on brand for Daniel.
Was it Madonna
so-
instead?
No, that never happened. I was always an angel on Thanksgiving. So.
Poor Daniel.
All right, so now
Sure.
we're going to go back to Jonathan Overton since everyone is doing so well with these questions.
That's the same one I just read.
Proud of you.
Okay. When I was young, I asked my grandfather to buy me a knife while out to eat. However, while trying to convince him, I cut myself with a knife on the table and bled all over the place.
Okay, here's the thing. I know I've watched Marriage Story with you, and there's that scene where Adam Driver accidentally cuts himself. And if this were true, I know you would be like, okay, oh my gosh, I actually did that. So once with my grandpa, I
Yeah.
cut myself on the table. So I'm really surprised. If this is true, I'm gonna be shocked that you didn't tell us a story at that time.
Yeah.
Well, this happened when I was like a kid, and I had like an obsession with like swords and knives when I was a kid. I had like a coloring book of like different like medieval swords and stuff, and I was kind of obsessed with it. And like even like Star Wars, like I could memorize people's lightsabers by like just what like the handle stuff looked like. Like I was very into swords, and so I like wanted a blade. And so I was like,
You asked your grandpa.
yes, Johnny Lomanac is his name. He's a very southern man.
You're really good with the
lives
names.
in the
I
forest. And yes, and I remember I had actually like was trying to convince him to buy me the knife, and I had like the knife that you like cut your food with, and I had like a little napkin wrapped around it. I was trying to tear the napkin, but I actually cut my hand open and.
Wait, I'm sorry. Rewind for that. So you were trying to open the knife, but like get a napkin out? What were you trying to do?
No. So the knife that you like would cut your food with.
Yeah.
I like was trying to cut the napkin open with it and cut my hand instead.
Okay. What do you guys think about this very detailed
I'm
description?
torn. I'm really torn. I think it's a lie.
I think it's a lie too.
Because I think you
think you
gave
would
out
have
a
told
lot
us.
of details.
Right.
It's a lie.
It's true.
Darn. You're all tied up.
All
Damn,
right.
baby.
Well, there's one final question, and this will be the final decider since we've been doing so well these rounds. All right. I have one final question of my own, and you guys will have to decide if it's a truth or a lie. Once in high school, I skipped a day to go hiking with my friends, and we ran into our teacher who had canceled class that day to also go hiking. It was a very awkward experience.
I really feel like she would have told us about this, but I don't know.
It sounds like
What was
something you
your
would do, but it sounds like something you do, but I also do feel like you would have told
What grade were you in?
I was in, well, it was my second senior year, so I was 12th grade, yeah.
Okay.
What was your professor's name?
His name was Professor Hennessy.
Hennessy.
Professor. This is high school, baby.
Okay, well, I
Teacher,
call everyone
Mr.
Professor Hennessy.
Mr. Hennessy.
I have heard about Mr. Hennessy. It's like I know
Where's
he's
there to
real.
go hiking in Maine?
Everywhere.
Literally just mountains.
I was at Eagle Rock.
Eagle Rock.
Eagle Rock. Who were your friends who you went with?
I went with my friend Rachel
Rachel.
Yeah.
And who else?
and my friend Ethan.
Ethan.
Yep.
I feel like she would have said both names.
Did you guys like talk to Mr. Hennessy, or did you just like awkwardly see each other and just like walk
No,
past?
so he's one of those people that when you do run into him in public, he doesn't want to talk to you. So
So how did you
we
know he
just-
canceled class?
because he was there, obviously.
And they didn't.
So we just kind of nodded at him, and he was kind of like, very disappointingly, like, kind of like shrugged at us, you know, like.
Can you tell us what he was wearing that day?
He was wearing his classic checkered shirt and his brown suede shoes.
He was going hiking in brown suede
And
shoes.
a checkered shirt?
Mr. Hennessy does not dress down for anyone, so. All right, what do you guys think? You both can
I think
decide.
it's a lie. You think it's true?
I feel like Bagley wouldn't have told us this because it's a weird hiking story and we
This
don't
is-
talk about hiking
I don't
very
know.
much.
Are we?
All right.
It's a
I think it's a lie.
I
It is,
disagree.
in fact, a lie.
Whoa!
So we
tried to-
are
I would
have a complete tie here today with everyone doing so well on these questions. Thank you, Jonathan Overton,
Absolutely.
for coming. Daniel
Thank you
Missintone,
for having me.
Daniel Campbell,
We'll get
and
you guys next
Audrey
time.
Houser.
Will
guys
you?
all
Yeah.
explained your questions very well and had us all very convinced. Do you guys have any final things you'd like to say on this episode?
I'm not a fan of ties, so I plan on coming back.
Is that why you didn't dress business casual like the email said?
I actually dressed in a funky shirt, so I think that was better. So,
That
yeah.
really did give him extra credit with the Billie Jean.
It did add to his whole performance.
Thank you all for coming, and next time, watch this episode of Would I Lie to You? Thank you.